For years, even a whisper of plastic surgery or Botox was considered taboo, but it was especially so in Hollywood, where an incredibly singular form of natural beauty has long been the ideal. Nothing is wrong with plastic surgeries, and almost all of us have one feature in appearance that we'd like to change. Celebrities are like us, and they want to change something as well. But sometimes they overdo it, throwing their career in a place of danger. So let's see the stars who ruined their careers with plastic surgery. Number 5. Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke was once known as one of the film industry's most handsome stars. Before boxing injuries, plastic surgery, and high-profile conflicts saw his career dwindle. If you've noticed, young Mickey never smiled in movies. It's not because of his roles, but because he'd lost some teeth as a child and only smiled with his mouth closed. And Rourke's career rolled back and forth in waves. He'd smile more, his teeth transforming in shape and size almost as much as the rest of him. His body would bulge and harden as he took up boxing and broke himself. His face would inflate and deflate and be stretched to extremes. Within just a few years of boxing, he had effectively been dismantled. He'd break his nose twice, snap his cheekbone, and damage his ribs and toes. He'd later be told by advisors to quit the sport or sustain potentially permanent brain damage. In 2009, Rourke would confess that his changing looks were down to botched facial surgery. Most of it was to mend the mess of my face because of the boxing, he said, but I went to the wrong guy to put my face back together. Some sources claim that in 2015, Rourke was undergoing more surgeries to fix his nose and to get new dental implants. Mickey Rourke appears to have undergone a facelift and upper eyelid lift, as well as hair transplants, according to Dr. Yoon. A badly done facelift can cost a man his sideburns, and Dr. Yoon says this seems to have happened with Rourke. The unnatural curve between his ear and cheek and his now attached earlobe are all telltale signs of a facelift, he says. This Hollywood legend stunned Good Morning Britain viewers with his unrecognizable face during an interview in 2019. The 66-year-old donned a cowboy hat and a half-undone black shirt to show off his tattoos, and he chatted to the breakfast hosts, and it was his face that had viewers baffled. Aesthetic doctor and hair transplant surgeon Hala El-Gmadi has revealed why people are so stunned by the Oscar-nominated actor's looks. She said, looking back to when Mickey was a fresh-faced 19-year-old, he was so handsome. Even up until his 40s, with a little sign of aging, he looked masculine and attractive. But the work Mickey has done has negatively affected his facial proportions to the point where it's now quite jarring to the human eye. But she insists nothing about the work she believes he's had done has been botched, simply overdone. Number 4. Caitlyn Jenner. Reality TV sensation Caitlyn Jenner first became a household name in 2015 after she came out as a transgender woman in April that year. She's since gone on to become the most famous transgender woman in the world. Before the transition, Caitlyn, then known as Bruce Jenner, rose to fame as a 26-year-old Olympic champion in the 1970s. Bruce spent years in the public eye as a heroic American athlete before becoming part of the globally famous Kardashian empire.
Hello everybody, I'm Bruce Jenner.
And I'm Linda Jenner.
We're all gonna work out together today to get ourselves in just a little bit better shape.
The Olympian's changing face over the years most certainly built up to unveil a dramatic transformation when she debuted Caitlyn. Caitlyn committed to completing the change much later in life. To achieve her feminine features during her second transition, the athlete and author underwent facial feminization surgery. The surgery can involve procedures such as hairline correction, forehead contouring, and jaw and chin contouring. Recalling the time in her life when she first tried to grow breasts, Caitlyn said, "Removing the beard I could get away with. The nose job I could get away with. The development of breasts from the hormones? Not so easy." Fortunately, Caitlyn felt she could be more open about her most recent surgery for breast implants, revealing them to her son Brandon. Brandon said he was a little taken aback when Caitlyn pulled her top up to reveal her new breasts, reminding her, "Whoa, I'm still your son." Having undergone a nose job, breast augmentation, tracheal shave, jaw reshaping, and beard removal as part of her transition, Caitlyn finally completed the process with gender reassignment surgery. Speaking of the procedure in her book, she happily declares, "The surgery was a success, and I feel not only wonderful, but liberated." So why even consider it? Because it's just a penis. It has no special gifts or uses for me other than what I have said before, the ability to take a whiz in the woods. I just want to have all the right parts. Number 3. Carrot Top. An American stand-up comedian and actor, Scott Thompson, known as Carrot Top, is looking so different that you almost can't admit it's the same person. With his wild, curly red hair, he's known for his distinct look. In the past, he's been accused of undergoing plastic surgery and abusing steroids, but he scoffs at such rumors. "People think I've had plastic surgery. No, it just takes a lot of makeup to make me look good," the comedian states. As for his physique, Carrot Top says he's always been fit. When he began his comedy show, he started to bulk up. "I worked out more. I got really into that training stuff where I'm like, holy crap, I am big." You really forget how big you can get, he says. So people would say, "My God, you're huge." These days, he's looking more and more like a muscle-bound cartoon character. He seems to have undergone quite a few changes over the years, and it could be an excessively arched brow and a smooth face that could be the result of laser treatments or chemical peels. Number 2. Michael Jackson. For all his towering influence as a recording artist, Michael Jackson lives in the popular consciousness not only as a huge talent, but also as a shadowy figure of intense self-conflict, a man who spent his career in flight from his audience, the world, and even himself. Jackson's metamorphosis became far more than an artistic statement. In the video for the mega-hit Thriller, Jackson transforms from a man to werewolf to man to zombie and back to a man. It was almost as if he was using the story to preview the real-life drama of metamorphosis to come. After the release of his 5th solo album, Off the Wall, Jackson had an accident that would change him forever. He fell while dancing and broke his nose. It's believed that that's when he had his first plastic surgery. In a 2003 documentary with Martin Bashir, Michael confessed to only having a nose job. "I've had no plastic surgery on my face, just my nose. It helped me breathe better so I can hit higher notes. I'm telling you the honest truth. I didn't do anything to my face." One of the most obvious parts of Michael Jackson's transformation was the change in skin color. Many claimed Michael Jackson did this to become more white and accepted, while Michael Jackson took to the Oprah show in America to say that he had an underlying skin condition, which, unfortunately, many did not believe. The autopsy reports support Michael Jackson, as it was noted that there are areas of normal pigment and areas of hypopigmentation, typical of a condition known as vitiligo, where patients lose pigment. There's no cure for this, but often patients use topical steroids and other medications to try to even skin tone, as there's no way to regain the pigment. Continuous overuse of this to battle this condition could explain the changes seen, and explain why the skin appeared so thin later in his career. His lips did become much thinner, which can happen with age, but the color had changed to become more pink. Again, autopsy reports show the presence of semi-permanent tattooed ink over the lips and the border of the lips, which would explain the reason for this change. Number 1. Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan was America's sweetheart, but in 2003, she looked like a different person, and took a lot of heat for it. Dr. Mark Youssef, a plastic surgeon who hasn't treated Ryan, told Hollywood Life, "The most obvious thing that she's had done is some sort of filler or fat transfer to her cheek. When she smiles, all of that filler moves up and makes her eyes look smaller. The reason she looks masculine is because of the placement of the volume in her cheeks." Dr. Youssef said that Ryan had had too much work done over the years. While Ryan hasn't confirmed or denied the rumors, Dr. Youssef seemed positive she's had plastic surgery. She also likely had too much Botox in the forehead and volume in her lips. As the doctor said, "You think the surgery is going to solve the issue, but it doesn't, because it's more of a mental distortion of your image." Yet, while Ryan's changing appearance likely hasn't helped her prospects, she left Hollywood behind long before she even altered her looks. What do you think about these celebrities? Do you think they looked better without plastic surgeries? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from us. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. See you in the next video, and thanks for watching.